Anthony Hartwig here with a McDonald volleyball player profile. We're joined by their senior libero, Miley Titus. Miley, thanks for coming on and talking to us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So, Miley, we had you last time as a player profile all the way back in 2022 as little freshman Miley Titus. What's it like now to be a senior and realize that this is your last time in the uniform and your last season with McDonald?
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I'm glad I get to experience all the positives, and it's sad having to leave soon.
What are some ways that you think you're trying to treasure this season and to be able to take nothing for granted?
Yeah, I'm really just trying to be a team leader, and so people can look up to me because I know I had really good seniors when I was a freshman or when I was younger.
You've been the libero since day one. What's it like to hold down that position for so long and to be able to lead the back row for so long?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I'm really glad I got this opportunity as a freshman and all the way to my senior year. It's pretty cool.
Now, I guess the biggest question McDonald fans are going to have is who's going to be the libero next year? I think one of the things that you got to ask is who are some people that you've seen and you've taken under your wing, so you know that when you leave next year, that position is going to be filled and confidently handled.
Yeah, so Mia Miley has really stepped up. She filled in the spot for Kayla Helko, so I could really see her. And we also have another DS, Gabby, and she plays a little bit of JV, but she definitely has potential too.
So what we're hearing is it's not going to be a huge downtrend.
No,
When we no Miley Titus has people ready to go, um, which I'm not shocked at all. Miley, you're a great leader. Let's talk about that leadership and the senior leader that you are. What are some things that you try to lead? What are some ways that you should try to lead? I should say.
yeah, I just really try to get everyone up and going, so our momentum is always up and our energy is always up too.
When did you see yourself kind of growing as a leader? Because as a libero, even as a freshman, you're the leader of the back row. You got to make sure everyone's in the right position. But we've seen every year that responsibility get asked more and more of you as more seniors graduate and you become older and more mature. How have you grown as a leader since freshman year?
Yeah, it definitely took some time. I know as a freshman and even a little bit as a sophomore, you're a little more nervous to make a mistake, but I think it's just growing with time and opportunities.
We're going to help out the underclassmen a little bit because senior night is not too far away for you guys, which is wild to think about. We're already at the halfway point. Senior night, gift bags. What are some things that would be good for Miley Titus?
Um, I don't know. I like Gatorade a lot, and that's useful for volleyball. And I'm not too big on chocolate. I don't know. Maybe some gummy stuff.
Gummy stuff and Gatorade. All right, gummy stuff, Gatorade. If you're listening out there, underclassmen, take some notes. What flavor Gatorade?
Blue.
All right, so blue Gatorade, anything gummy, anything else we have to take care of on the list?
No.
A brand new car, some key. Miley, let's talk about, going through this whole sports season. Volleyball, of course, not the only sport you play. What's it going to be like? Do you think it's going to be more emotional for volleyball when it's over, or do you think it'll be even more emotional for softball when it's over, since that'll be the end of the whole high school journey?
Yeah, volleyball is definitely my main sport, and I haven't been playing for a while, but it just really stuck with me. So I think I'll have a harder time leaving volleyball, but I do love softball as well.
We love covering you. We don't want to see you leave, but that's the reality of life. You have to go on to the next chapter. What's on the horizon for you after McDonald? What are some plans that you have after graduation?
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward. I'm trying to be a nurse, so hopefully just get my RN degree and pass the NCLEX.
Do you have a place you want to go to start your school, a nursing school, or have you not decided yet?
I'm just thinking YSU for now.
Okay. They have a great nursing program.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, the question with YSU, since it's a little bit closer, do you still want to kind of leave the nest a little bit and live on campus, or are you going to commute and stay at home?
I think I'm gonna stay at home.
Okay. I'm sure your mom loves that. Doesn't have to say bye yet. Doesn't have to be an empty nester. When you think about, obviously, I want to talk about your mom a little bit because she's obviously a coach for you when it comes to softball. What's this journey been like for you, especially during the volleyball season when she gets to take off the coach hat and just be the mom?
Yeah, no, she's definitely great. She's always by my side. I don't think she's missed a game, scrimmage, anything. So yeah, it's a little different when she's not coaching me, but she's still right by my side.
How much of a coach is she still in the volleyball season? Does she still try to get in there and give you a little bit of advice, or does she turn that coach's hat off pretty well?
There's definitely two sides. Like she can definitely be a mom, and when I'm asking for advice, she's definitely a great coach as well. So she's good with balancing the two.
All right, let's talk about the rest of your family. Of course, your family is a great support system. What makes your family unique and special to you as you continue to see how much they support you?
Yeah, like they're just always supporting me. And my sister's the assistant coach for softball, Cheyenne Titus, and they've all played sports. And yeah, they've just always been there for me. They don't miss a game at all. So
Mom's a coach, sister's a coach. Do you see yourself as possibly being a coach in the future after you take care of all your dreams and aspirations and become a nurse? Do you think maybe coaching might be something that you would like to do?
yeah, I definitely could see myself coaching. I would definitely want to get myself in a good
Mhm.
spot before I take on that opportunity. But yeah.
When you think about your personality and what you would look like as a coach, how much of your mom and your sister do you think you'd reflect, or do you think you'd be a little bit of a different coaching style than them?
I definitely look up to them. Like, if I was a coach, I would definitely take what they do and use it to them. So,
And I know you're competitive, obviously. So if you ever had the opportunity to coach against your sister or against your mom, what would that be like? Do you think? What would the competitive juices be like for you? Would bragging rights be on the line?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely competitive, but a friendly rivalry. So,
I love it. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to get that on YSN. As we continue to talk about volleyball, what are some things that you love about this sport? You talked about how you haven't been playing it for too long, but you loved it as soon as you picked it up. So, what were some of those things that got you in love with the sport of volleyball?
I just really like the team aspect, and my coach is really great. He's always supporting us, and it's just something to be involved with, something to do. It's an extracurricular, so it's great.
Let's talk about that coach. You've had the same coach all 4 years, and Coach Klockner.
Yeah.
What's he meant to you in your volleyball journey?
Yeah, he's really helped me. I mean, he looked at me as a freshman and thought I was ready to play varsity, and it's been the same ever since. Like, he's always supported me, and I feel like I've grown so much as a player since my freshman year from him.
If you had to pick one part of your game that you think he is the most responsible for growing, what do you think it would be?
I definitely think it's my confidence. When I was younger, like as a freshman starting on varsity, you're obviously nervous, and he just always had my back, always supported me, always believed in me. So I really appreciate that.
When we're talking to kids about confidence, there's always something different that kind of gives them confidence. It could be compliments from someone, it could be success on their own. What gives you the most confidence? What kind of things build your confidence?
I think just like my team picking me up when I make a mistake, or knowing that I'll get it on the next play. It's just really growing with time. You gain more confidence. So,
And you have a team to back you up when you do make those mistakes. And you play two sports in volleyball and softball where there are games of mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes in volleyball. You're gonna have bad at bats in softball. What's your mentality to get through that? Because those are two sports that I imagine are easy to lose confidence in if you don't have the right mindset. So, how do you keep yourself kind of mentally focused even through maybe some mistakes or some things that don't go your way?
yeah, you really just got to shake it off and do the next point. I mean, again, I think it does grow with time. Like, I was definitely harder on myself my freshman and sophomore year. And as you get to that junior age, like, it's just way easier to gain confidence and get it back.
You've played a lot of games for McDonald. Do you have one that sticks in your mind as a memory, or one that you'll tell your grandkids about one day because it was one of the best games you played in?
Probably last year at districts when we beat Ridge. That's obviously our rivalry, so it's pretty exciting already. And then I got my 1,000 digs as a junior. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, those are two great moments that I'm sure you'll never forget. Let's talk about in the classroom. What are some things that you've been enjoying studying, and that you've been really liking about your high school journey on the classroom?
Yeah, so I'm a senior, so classes are a little more advanced, but I'm really liking physiology, so because I want to be a nurse, so it's really interesting to me.
So what you're saying is you're not one of those seniors that is kind of taking the foot off the gas pedal for senior year. You're locked down. You're taking the hard classes.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to make it easier for my college life.
What's your GPA at right now?
It's a 4.0.
Shocker. Shocker. Okay, what's been the hardest class to keep that 4.0 intact?
Um, I would say probably any history class. That's
Mhm.
probably my weakness.
Were any of those classes like you see those cliches in all the TV shows that are about high schoolers where they're down to the wire and it's like I have a B and I gotta finish this final and get the A. Were there any classes like that in your high school career where you really thought this 4.0 is in serious jeopardy?
Um, yeah, last year was probably my hardest year for schooling. I really had to study hard.
You obviously have to balance all of that with being an athlete and having a social life as a teenager. What kind of ways do you try to time manage yourself and juggle everything and be a great student and be a great athlete and also, like I said, spend time with your friends and just enjoy being a kid?
Yeah, so I just really try to find any free time and use it wisely. And all my study halls, I try to study so I don't have any homework after school. So when I get home from practice, that's like my free time.
All right, Miley, we want to end this player profile the same way we do every time. Want to give you the time to give some shout outs to the people in your life that have meant the most to you, that were always there for you. So I want to let you give out some thank yous and some flowers to the people in your life that you know really deserve it.
Yeah, I want to thank my administration and my coaching staff. Like, they've just always been there for me, always supported me. They've done great things, and my family and my friends.
All right, Miley, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us about your senior year of volleyball. Maybe we'll get you one more time for softball for old time's sake and get you one more player profile before it's all said and done. We wish you the best of luck this year, and we can't wait to talk to you real soon.
Thank you.